Welcome back in one of the Bears Proper Plays YouTube channel. Today is Thursday, February 20th, and I'm back breaking down some college basketball plays for you guys on a Thursday night. Do want to talk about the NBA just a little bit on the college basketball side because I do want as many people as possible in this contest. This is what it's going to look like, kind of like Streak for the Cash, except not. It's going to be player props, and I love player props. Hopefully you guys can put your best player prop in the comment section. Longest streak wins the game. Pretty simple. Every new video, so the Thursday video, you guys can comment on the college basketball side. I look at all the comments. Comment on the video. Pick what player prop you want for that night. And I'll put it in the Excel sheet, and we'll see who can get the longest streak. You don't have to pick a player prop every night. If you're sitting on 15 wins and the next closest person is an 8, I will show the updated Excel sheet every single video. So you will know exactly where you stand in the Excel sheet with your streaks and the winning streaks and the losing streaks. So you will know where you stand. So if you're at 15, next closest person is 9, you're thinking, I don't really love the slate tonight, you don't have to drop a pick. So just wait until you love a pick. Anybody can enter. We're going to cut it off at the NBA playoffs. It'd be extremely hard to win after the NBA regular season. You still probably could do it. Like I said, if every game goes 7, you could still maybe do it, but we're just going to cut it off the playoffs. Player props must be minus 160 or better. You can't just take 25 plus for the best players in the NBA like Shea over the total points, that minus 300 or whatever it is. So got to be a decent player prop, minus 160 or better. Person with the longest streak, we're going to go NBA jersey. I talked about maybe a cash prize in the NBA, but it just feels so cheap doing cash. I want someone to get a prize. I don't want to just give somebody cash. We can do cash if you guys want, but I think NBA jersey for first. We might do $50 for second or something, or vice versa. But that's where it is, or that's what it is. That is the game. It must be points, rebounds, or assists that you send in. No 3-point, no turnovers, no special player props like that. Just the big 3, and you have to get it in before the tip-off of the night game. So make sure you get it in early. And like I said, NBA jersey is a prize. This is what it's going to look like on the spreadsheet. I did pull this up for the NBA side. I'm going to be in this too, so I'm going to be competing. I'm going to take Kobe White over his total points on Thursday night. And I'm just showing you the green and the red. If it wins, it goes green. If it loses, it goes red. And we will keep dates, and we will keep track, and we will keep props of every single person who wants to enter into this. And I will be showing this Excel sheet every single video, so you will know exactly where you stand every single day. So just something fun I thought maybe we can do for the rest of the NBA season. Hopefully people join, and hopefully it is fun. But let's take a look at the college basketball leaderboard. Currently, I'm in denial. Vanderbilt 40-41 at the half. The over, it was 20, I want to say 25-21 in the first 8 minutes. Vanderbilt couldn't make a shot in the second half. Not a single shot has been made. And the game just went final 82-61. They scored 21 points in the second half going up against Kentucky. We lose them both. And that is really, really tough to lose both those plays. We still have Missouri on the money line. I am recording a little bit early. Probably still not going to catch the game. I'll probably catch 10 minutes in. 7:52 right now. Have Missouri on the money line. Everybody thinks that Alabama's going to win for some reason, which, I mean, they definitely could. They're a great team. But I've been screwed one too many times taking Alabama this season. SMU is absolutely stomping on Notre Dame. It is disgusting. They started the game 30-5. I think it's a 33-point game right now. Marcus Burton, I don't even know if he's playing. He had 2 points in the first half. I don't know if he's playing in the second half. He has 2 points in 30 minutes. So that one is definitely going to cash, hopefully. I mean, anything can happen with the way things have been going lately. But that looks like a winner, and so does SMU. So at least 2-2 right now. Still have Caleb Grill over his total points against Bama and Missouri on the money line. Looking for a 4-2 day. Would love to get it. Let's go talk about some basketball for Thursday night. USC going up against Maryland. USC, my God, how do we blow that game going up against Minnesota? And let's give credit to Minnesota because that's the second time Minnesota has come back from down 17-plus points in the second half and found a way to win a game. Give it up for the Gophers, back-to-back games. But USC, Musselman, that was embarrassing. That loss. 69-66 final score. They're going to get stomped on in this game. I think Maryland's one of the better teams right now in the country. Somebody commented, are you sure about Wisconsin? Are you confident about Wisconsin? Wisconsin and Maryland have been playing some of the best basketball over the last several weeks. They did take a loss to Ohio State. That was a do-or-die game for Ohio State, lost by 3 points. But Maryland has just been running through some of these teams, just the pace of play that they play with and the amount of scores that they have on the floor at one time is incredible. Great front court, great back court. 10.5 is a lot to lay, but USC is not a very good team. They've been up and down all season long. I think Maryland just comes out and stomps them. They're going to be at home. I'm going to take them minus 10.5 in this game. I did take Maryland on the member side, and I did say they have potential to score 100 points. They scored 101 points against the Hawkeyes, gave up 75. This defense, they are top 30 in the nation. This offense, they are top 20 in the nation, even top 10 maybe in the nation. This is just an overall great team. This is a team I think you should look at for maybe a future in the tournament. Them and Wisconsin, although Wisconsin's track record, maybe not take Wisconsin, but I like Maryland here. Minus 10.5 as the play. Next play, Wichita State going up against FAU. Haven't watched one FAU game this season. I have watched several Wichita State games this season, including their victory over Memphis in the last game where I had Memphis. They beat them in overtime without one of their better guards. Again, they're going to be missing one of their better guards in this game, going on the road to face off against FAU. FAU this season, pretty decent in the Atlantic. Only have, I think it's 9 losses on the season. They're a decent team. They're not a great team. I do expect them to win this game because they've got a high-flying offense. They love to push the pace. They score a bunch of points per game. The defense is horrendous. So this is definitely a worse team than Memphis. Wichita State and Memphis kind of have a rivalry, but I still think the Shockers find a way to cover the spread here. 7.5. They're going to be missing one of their better guards, but Xavier Bell's going to show up in this game. I'm going to talk about him in a second. Wichita State also 4 consecutive wins. FAU, they really haven't played anybody over the last 4 or 5 games. Wichita State coming off that big win against Memphis. They just have to play the exact same brand of basketball in this game against FAU. They're going to beat them outright. I will take the points plus 7.5 as the play. Let's go to the player props. We are going to start with the Shockers. Xavier Bell over his total points, 14.5 points on the season. It might be 15.5. I think it's going to be 14.5, though. It might be 15.5 because of how bad FAU has been defensively, which is why I think Wichita State finds a way to cover, maybe even win this game. But give me the over total points. Coming off a horrendous game against Memphis, 12 points, 8 attempts. He could not stay out of foul trouble. 4 fouls in the game, only 18 total minutes. He went 2 of 8 from the field, but he has been able to get himself to the free throw line very consistently over the last several games. 9 attempts, 6 attempts, 15 attempts, 4 attempts, 8 attempts. He usually shoots 100% from the free throw line as well. We're going to see a lot of points scored in this game from the line. FAU this season, they're ranked 307th, I believe, in fouls given up per game at 18.2 fouls per game. I think Xavier Bell is going to be living on the charity stripe. Give me the over total points as the first play. Second play, one of the Maryland players, Selton Miguel, over his total points. This is one of those players from USF that transferred over to Maryland, only started 5 games with them, but 14.7 points basically coming off the bench. 12 points per game this season with Maryland, but it's really picked up the pace in the scoring department. 17-plus points in 3 consecutive games. He scored double-digit points in 8 of the last 10 games he's played in. Going up against USC in this one, the defense for USC has not been great. I think Miguel once again will dominate from deep. Last couple games, 5+ three-point attempts in 6 consecutive. He shot 50% or better in 6 of the last 7 games he's been in from deep, coming off a 5-3 game going up against the Hawkeyes. I'm not looking too much into that 5 threes going up against Iowa because everybody knows their defense is horrible. But 3 against Nebraska, 5 against Rutgers, decent defensive teams. Give me the over total points for him, 11.5, 12.5, somewhere around there as the final play of the day. Let's go to that NCAA recap graphic. We are going to go with Maryland minus 10.5 stomps on USC after the embarrassing comeback loss that Minnesota gave them. Wichita State with the points. I think it's a competitive game. Wichita State might even win that game. Selton Miguel over his total points, 11.5, 12.5, somewhere around there. And Xavier Bell, 12.5, 13.5, somewhere around there, going up against that weak defense of FAU. Remember to get your player props in for the NBA contest starting tomorrow on Thursday. Guys, that's going to do it for the NCAA basketball picks and props for Thursday, February 20th slate of games. So you guys enjoyed the content. Please share, like this video, and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.